Welcome to another Art of Rivals. This time we'll be diving into the more advanced movement options and mechanics of the game. Knowing these will be crucial to improve and play at a high level. First of all, knowing how to play out of shield will be important since it's a new mechanic in Rivals of Aether 2. Your shield comes out on frame 1 and releasing the shield results in 10 frames of shield release animation. So, for example, if you're looking to do a grounded attack out of shield, then you'll have to first release the shield and wait for 10 frames before being able to throw out a grounded move. Your fastest aggressive out of shield options will be grab and jump. But you're not only limited to using jump aerials out of shield, as your initial jump squat can be cancelled by pressing up strong and up special before the jump comes out. You can also release the shield and cancel the shield release animation with grab, up strong, up special, and jump aerials. So, simply put, most of the time, your fastest aggressive out of shield options will be grab, jump aerials, up strong, or up special. But you should also just simply jump out of shield or wave dash out since it's better than a roll and they're great defensive options. When you're shielding on a platform, you're also able to shield drop, which is essentially done by holding the shield button and tapping the control stick diagonally down in any direction. You can also shield drop by gently moving the control stick down, or release your shield and tap down or diagonally down. You can also edge cancel attacks and specials if you space yourself right to slide off the platform, naturally cancelling the landing lag of the moves. By the way, I want to take a moment to let you guys know that this is a brand new channel. So if you're enjoying this kind of content, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you can, support me on my Metafy support page that's in the description so I can make a lot more content like this. And if you can't support me, that's fine, at least follow me on my social medias. Alright, back to the video. You can instant dash attack from a standing position by dashing forward and immediately pressing the right stick in any direction, if your right stick is set to attack instead of strong. Dacus, or dash attack cancelled up smash, is a mechanic that allows you to cancel your initial dash attack into an up smash, and will basically allow you to slide in with the up smash, giving you more distance. The input is simple as well. Before the dash attack comes out, do an up strong. You can also dash attack and then cancel it with an up grab. So the way I recommend you executing this is by dashing, C-sticking, and immediately pressing grab up. Some characters will have a better Dacus than others. Special moves can also be used for movement mix-up. This first technique is called Turnaround Special and is done by tapping the control stick behind you, releasing it, and immediately pressing B. Another technique is to do a B reverse, which is more of a momentum switch. While dashing or jumping to the left or right, press B, then immediately after pressing B, tap the control stick to the opposite direction as early as possible. This is also possible with certain side, up, and down specials and immediately moving the control stick to the other direction. Another technique you could do is wave bouncing, which is basically a combination of turnaround special with an immediate B reverse. When you dash forward, you'll be in a dash animation for a bit, and then you'll transition into a running animation. During your running animation, you can simply release the control stick and press any attack like a jab, tilt, or strong attack. As if you press attack during your initial dash animation, you'll just be forced to do a dash attack. This is another reason why wave dash is good, since it allows you to slide in from a short distance with attacks, especially since you can wave dash out of a dash. If you dash far enough to start your running animation and then shield, you'll be sliding in with your shield. This is just simply done so that you can get into close range with shield and maybe find something out of shield. You can also dash and shield immediately before your running animation, but you won't be gliding in. Instead, if you want to glide in with a short distance, you'd have to wave dash in and shield. Dash grabs are riskier and slower than a standing grab, since a standing grab not only comes out faster than a dash grab, but will also have less end lag. You can easily access a standing grab during a dash by shield dashing and then pressing grab, or by jumping and pressing grab before the jump actually comes out. A Babydash is just a shorter wave dash that you can act faster out of, and is simply done by just tapping the control stick to the left or right for a maximum of 2 frames. You can also do a perfect pivot by tapping yourself for 2 frames towards one direction and then immediately to the other. Reverse Aerial Rush, or RAR, is a mechanic that allows you to jump at someone with your back turned. This is simply done by running, turning, and jump and move your control stick back to where you were originally running. So in this case, right, left, jump, right. This can also be done immediately out of an initial dash, but it's a very tight input. You're also able to moonwalk for the same purpose. This input can be somewhat tricky to time, but essentially you'll just want to dash and then do a half circle input. Resets, also known as Jablocks, is a mechanic that only works if the opponent misses the tech. By hitting an opponent with a jab when they miss a tech, they'll be forced to pick normal get up or roll. If you jab twice and the opponent is holding the control stick to the left or right, they will still be forced to normal get up. They can only roll get up if they react to the second jab with the control stick to the left or right. Sometimes they'll be really close and you'll need to wave dash into a jab, and right after the jab, before they get up, you'll want to use the quickest tilt for a combo. You also don't have to worry about the timing of your tilts or strong hits after the jab, as pressing a follow-up tilt immediately will naturally always cancel the jab into the tilt for a combo. If you crouch, you'll reduce your knockback when getting hit. This is better the lower your percent is, as you'll easily be able to tank through weaker hits and counterattack. It'll also be good at mid to high percents, since it'll basically prevent you from being sent into a tech situation for much longer. You can play around crouch cancels by either grabbing the opponent, hitting them with a spike since that'll send them into a flinching animation, spacing your moves really well so you don't get counter hit, or use some other specific moves that break through the crouch cancel. DI, or Directional Influence, is a mechanic that allows you to alter the trajectory or direction you get hit in by holding a direction just before you get launched. There are 2 kinds of DI, Combo DI and Survival DI. Combo DI is used to attempt distancing yourself from the opponent to limit their combo potential by DIing away in most cases, but you could also DI down and away or up and away if that's a more beneficial launch. Survival DI is used for attempting to survive at higher percents. If you get launched upwards, you'll want to DI to the left or right. And if you get sent a bit more diagonally up, you'll want to DI diagonally down. When you get launched horizontally, you'll either want to DI in towards the stage, and sometimes you'll also want to DI in and up, or in and down, as long as your goal is to aim for the corners of the screen to survive for longest. SSDI allows you to slightly shift yourself in the direction you input just as you get hit, by tapping either the left stick or the right stick in any direction during hit stun. You'll only be able to do this once per hit to attempt getting out of combos, and an arrow will appear whenever you do it. So, while SSDI happens by tapping a direction during hit stun, ASDI is what happens when, rather than timing the directional input, you've preemptively held a direction and now you basically just get a weaker version of SSDI. If you crouch cancel by holding the control stick down and get hit, you'll automatically get to ASDI down as well. Same thing with whiffing a down tilt, for example. If any of your sticks were still held down, you get an automatic ASDI down. Floor hugging is a mechanic that lets you immediately recover from horizontally launching moves. or survive really strong moves that launch you horizontally, by either SSDIing down and being ready to immediately tech, or combining, for example, a crouch cancel with SSDI down and then being ready to tech immediately. And depending on what percent you're at, you're actually not limited to only horizontal launches. These are some of the most important movement options, techniques, and mechanics that you should know about to be able to play this game at a competitive level. I know it might seem like a lot right now, but don't worry, I'm going to be releasing videos to teach you how to implement these things as well, as just knowing it will not really do as much as knowing how to implement it. I'm also planning on making art of videos for specific characters which will teach you how to play or beat them. So, subscribe, follow me on my social medias, and support me on my Metafy page if you want to see more content like this. I'm also gonna start doing coaching on this game, so if you're interested at truly getting better at this game and winning your locals or tournaments, you'll find me on Metafy, and I'll see you soon.